Today, we are going to become engineers and problem solvers. Have you ever had something stop working? Maybe it was a toy, or a video game, or a piece of electronic equipment in your home, maybe a TV or a computer. Today's challenge is all about figuring out why something is broken and then fixing it. Today's not just about robotics. The big theme for today is debugging, figuring out what's wrong, coming up with a solution, and fixing it. Let's think about this together. What do you usually do when something breaks? Do you just guess and try things? Or do you look for clues? What's something you've fixed before? Be sure to let me know in the class comments. How did you figure out what was wrong? Today, you're going to build a machine, but here's the catch. It's broken. The directions you're going to use to build this are going to build what we want you to build, but I want you to know it creates a broken product. You are going to build a CNC machine. A CNC machine follows instructions from a computer to draw or cut shapes by moving in very precise directions. It's very similar to a 3D printer, except it doesn't go up and down. It only operates on the X and Y axis. But the one you build today, it won't work correctly at first. Your job is going to be to build it, test it, figure out what's going wrong, fix it, and then improve it and use it to make some pretty neat things. Go ahead and build your machine. Your top section, it's where the motors are and controls the movement. The bottom section, that's where the paper is going to go inside, as well as the pencil attachment that's going to be connected to one of our motors so it can move. When you follow the directions for this build, you end up building 4 separate things. Something to hold the pencil, a tray loader, a weight to go on top of the pencil, and the top part that has the movement motors to make the paper move as well as to make the pencil move. Once you've assembled this build, you need to put it all together. The way you put it together is pretty straightforward. Start by taking this pencil attachment that has the long straight piece that has gear blocks on it and your top piece for the motor. We are going to lay this pencil down inside of here, just like this, right on top of there. And so it fits in so that the gears on the long straight piece are going to sit on top of the gear wheel back here. Next, we want to make sure that this straight piece hangs down. This is going to keep everything guided. You can test and see if this works by twisting the blue piece, and it should make that pencil attachment go back and forth. Once the pencil is attached, we're going to turn the whole thing around on this side. So I have a small gear down here. We're going to attach a gray gear, not a gray gear. We're going to look closely at this little yellow axle above the small black gear. And we're going to take a large black gear and attach it onto the exposed yellow axle. And you'll see you can spin this gear just a little bit and it will make that wheel on the bottom start to turn. We're ready now to put this whole build onto the bottom part. So we are going to keep it facing like this, and I'm going to actually flip around the bottom part, and we will lift this up and set it in here. And these gray pieces down here, I think of these as locking mechanisms. So you'll push in. Now we're ready to plug everything in. And I'm not using those wire holders. I think they get in the way a lot, and they tend to stretch or damage the wires whenever we use them every day with students. Since you're the only one using your kit, it might be okay to use them. Taking the wire that is attached to our motor in the front that has the blue attachment on it, right here, as tight as we can, into port A. And we're gonna tuck it out of the way in just a moment. Once it's plugged in, then you can press it down below. We don't want it running into that gear over there. There we go. Now that we have this built, we're ready to flip it around. This is the front. I see my wire is down and out of the way. I can rotate this and it doesn't get caught on the wire. Before we test this out, we need to get a piece of paper that's the right size. And you'll notice your piece of paper needs to fit in between these two bars. We need to cut it down to size just a little bit. I just lift the whole thing up. I can slide my paper in there. I want to make sure it fits in between, and it does not. I need to make it even smaller. All right, I lift it up. I set my piece of paper in there. I put it all the way onto the back of the yellow piece to the plate, set it down on top, and now it is ready for us to attach a pencil. I like to use a marker just because they're a little softer. They don't have to poke a hole through the paper to work. Hang my marker right there, and I'm going to wrap my rubber band around, and we hook it onto the back, onto, I call it a trailer hitch, that ball hitch or that ball socket. So our pencil's in place now. Before you press start, I want you to think. What do you think each section of this program does? What do you think is going to happen when it runs? You've got to be able to explain what you think is going to happen so that you can understand what problems are about to occur. It's time for us to run our program. Watch carefully. Observe what happens. Ask yourself, what is the machine doing? What is it supposed to do? What is not working? Something is wrong. All right, so I see my paper moving. I saw my pencil try to move, and then it just came to a stop. Run this program a couple of times and see if you can notice what's going wrong. I'm getting drawing on my paper, so I don't know that I need my weight, but I'll go ahead and attach it just in case. This weight just goes on top, and what it does is it is just making it so that the marker presses down harder onto the paper. I'm gonna scoot this out so you can see it a little better. And let's play it one more time. And I'm noticing a few things happening. I see some problems that are really standing out to me. That didn't seem to work when it went left and right. And then the pin piece just fell right out. So that might be my first thing that I fix. I've got some tips to start debugging. First, is everything connected correctly? Is there anything loose? Do movements seem to be happening in the correct direction? Is the paper moving correctly? Is the drawing tool stable? Think of this like an engineer. What doesn't work? Why is it happening? What is your fix? There are 4 problems with this build. Look closely and see if you can discover what is the problem. If you think you know a solution, implement it. The code is fine. We are not making any changes to the code. We are only adding or moving things around on this build to help it to work correctly. I'm noticing my paper is going all the way through really fast, that my pen is falling off. So let's take a look and see. I can put that back in there just like that. And when I'm looking at how we can fix this, it does seem like I could put something here to hold this down so that it doesn't just pop right out or fall out, and that would make it connect better to the gear. So maybe I'll put one of those purple plates on top of here. I also noticed anytime I see these gray pins, these are locking pins to me. And I notice when I try to lift this up, one side's really loose and one side is pretty secure when I have that pin pressed in. So what we can do is we can get another one of these pins and press it in on the other side. And now when I lift this up, it just seems more sturdy. It's not falling off like it was doing. One of the problems I'm noticing is that the paper is flying out really fast. I've done a lot of work with gears at my shop, and so I know that I can have a drive gear, which is connected to the motor. So it was a big gear. I'm gonna change that drive gear to be a small gear, and then I'm gonna put the big gear on the bottom, That's the driven gear. And they're both dark, so they're hard to see. But let's take a look and see if that helps to control the speed of the paper. So I can just press the play button again. All right, my paper's moving a little slower now. My paper's moving a little awkward. And I notice I have one rubber wheel on one side, but I didn't put one over here. That seems to be some missing symmetry that's going on. So I'm going to grab another rubber wheel. And when this spins, I see that axle spins on the other side. I think I can just connect this right here. I might lift it up and then connect it. And so if I set that down, that might make the paper move a little more even, because now there's a rubber piece on both sides, one here and one here, and that should help it move a little better. Let's test that out. That seemed very controlled with the paper. But we're still running into an issue where this isn't connecting to the gears, and I think that's a simple fix of just putting a beam across the top to hold that down. And I'm going to use these little beams because I think those go straight across. And I'm going to use two. So I'm going to put one here and one here. Lock you on. And then I'm going to do it one more time. Put one here and lock you in. I'm noticing that seems to be helping it so that the pin doesn't just fall off. Let's see what happens. Well, I see we drew a square. That seems like that worked a lot better. It did make that funny noise, but I think it's because this part runs into this and that keeps the pin from going off the page. But we have made 4 fixes to this machine. First, we put a locking piece in the back. Then we switched our gears. Our drive gear on top became small and our driven gear on the bottom became large. Then we added some symmetry to this by adding these rubber wheels that grip the paper and tell it to go forward and backwards. And then we noticed we were having a hard time keeping this pin piece moving back and forth, and so we put a cover or something to hold it down on top. And I'm going to move my wire down just a little bit so it doesn't get trapped in there. And I think that's good to go. Try some new pieces of paper and make some improvements to this CNC bot. When we fix something, we are observing the problem, finding the cause, testing a solution, and improving the design. This is the engineering design process. Now that you've found the 4 problems in this build and made the correct fixes, can you draw a bigger shape? Can you draw a different shape? How are you going to change this code to draw something different?